I'm going to just go ahead and put this out there. Dejounte Murray is an immature little boy. He is an immature little boy to the highest degree, and now we're seeing it firsthand because he's not under the San Antonio Spurs umbrella now, right? We all know that playing for the Spurs is like playing for Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. You have to kind of suppress your personality a little bit. You can't really be as free and loose, and you can't really have a lot of individualism, like a lot of super individualism within the Spurs camp, right? So now that Dejounte Murray is not under the thumb of Greg Popovich, now we're seeing his personality in a whole different light. And his true character is shining bright, and he's really an immature little boy for real. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Paolo Banchero, #1 draft pick in this past NBA draft, was playing in a Pro-Am game where Dejounte Murray, a guy who's also from the same hometown as him, they both from Seattle, Washington, they were playing in the game, right? They were on opposing teams. So Dejounte Murray I think Paolo was kind of guarding him a little bit, and then Dejounte puts the ball off Paolo's back and then throws the ball off of the backboard and then dunks the ball. So after Paolo goes and takes the ball out of bounds, we see Dejounte Murray talking crazy to Paolo and then throwing the ball, hurling the ball hard as hell at Paolo, talking crazy and aggressive. So then I'm looking like, what the hell is this about? So I look on Twitter and I see some things before the game. Before the game, Dejounte Murray is quoted as saying, that's who they came to see? Talking about Paolo. That's who they came to see? It's a man's league. He a little boy, right? And then during the game, he comes to the bench and say, he too soft. Talking about Paolo again. I'm the real #5. And I'm looking like, man, what is all this about? And see, all this seems to be is that I think that Dejounte Murray is getting jealous of the attention and the accolades and the acclaim that Paolo Banchero is getting. And Paolo is maybe looking to emerge as the local neighborhood hero in the Seattle, Washington basketball scene. And I think Dejounte is threatened by that, right? He don't want to be overtaken as the young and upcoming basketball king in Seattle. He maybe thinks that Paolo's getting too much praise, and he seems to be irritated and jealous by it. So he's taking it out on Paolo in a whole different light. Paolo probably plays with a certain confidence and swagger, and and Dejounte. See, I know dudes like Dejounte. Like, I know dudes like this. Being from Chicago, Illinois, Dejounte is really a dude, a dude that play ball, but he got a little street background to him. And when he plays against a dude that he feel like is a little softer than him, that don't got the same street background, and he getting a little bit more acclaimed than him, he get mad, and so he tries to employ a whole lot of like bullshit tactics, right? A lot of street tactics and street antics to try to get the other dude riled up and then throw the dude off his game and to try to act like he's super tougher than the other dude, right? And I've been seeing certain things like this in Dejounte's character. If y'all haven't noticed, Dejounte been up on Twitter recently. He talked about his past when he got locked up and so on and so forth. And to me, since I've been assessing Dejounte Murray's character, I don't think he really was doing it for reflection and say, man, look how far I came. I think Dejounte was trying to post up that he was locked up before as an attempt to bolster his credibility, like he's super tough and make him real hard, or super tough, or super street. And I told y'all, it's nothing that irks me more than basketball players still trying to align themselves with street activity. You're a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. Conduct yourself as such. But I feel like Dejounte, like he really wanted to show everybody that he was really for real, and he with the street antics and so on and so forth, right? Now, if y'all been watching my channel, y'all saw me criticize Ja Morant for trying to be a street dude and act like he just the streetest of the street dudes and all that, right? Now, with Dejounte, I think Dejounte really did used to be a street kid, right? But I think he's trying to, now he needs to let all that shit go. You in the NBA, you're making money, don't try to flex that. I don't think when Dejounte posted about his past, he was really trying to reflect for real. I think he want to put the league on notice that he really bout that and he really from the hood and all this and all of that, which is shit that don't matter in basketball, because a dude like Tim Duncan could give your ass 40 and 20. You can be from the hood all you want to. That shit don't matter, right? But I know, like, again, I know dudes like Dejounte. You getting mad at the young dude is getting shine over you, and you know the young dude don't got the street credibility that you got, so you trying to flex on him. You trying to be super tough with him. You trying to play the tough guy antics and all this and all of that, right? But you know what? And it's what's crazy is, I think this is a Antonio Brown attacking Juju Smith-Schuster type of situation, because after the game and after all them antics, I believe Dejounte Murray blocked or unfollowed Paolo on everything. He either blocked or unfollowed him, right? And I'm looking like, man, what the hell? And then it just seemed like that. And if anything, he calling Paolo soft. That's some soft shit to me. Blocking and unfollowing people on social media because you had a little spatter or back and forth with him. That shows me that he really does feel animosity for the acclaim and the success that Paolo is experiencing. And he can't hide it. So he's trying to embarrass him now. Then, he talking about some, you used to be humble, used to be rebounding for me and so on and so forth. Yeah, he's supposed to do that, man. He was a kid. You were in a position above him. You like 5 or 6 years older than him. I'm sure he looked up to you. You made it to the league. And of course he's gonna rebound for an NBA player. He aspires to be in your position one day, which is something that he should do, right? But don't try to, you was rebounding for me and all this and all of that. And now you think you better than this. Nah, bro, he's confident in who he is, right? And Paolo looked like he wasn't even trying that hard. And I heard he put up 40 in that game, right? But I think it's some insecurity within Dejounte. He feel like his place is getting knocked off. I'm sure some dudes in Seattle say, shit, man, Dejounte, man. Shoot, Paolo nice, man. He tough. Paolo nice, man. Paolo up next too. And something about people probably saying that to him hurt his heart, made him feel some type of way. And now he's trying to be super aggressive and like he own that with Paolo. And it just reminds me of Antonio Brown attacking Juju Smith-Schuster, right? Remember when he was attacking Juju, talking about he exposed Juju DM to him and this y'all boy, he was trying to come and get advice. Yes, I was looking at Antonio Brown like he was stupid in that situation. Yes, he's a young receiver. You play his position. You were one of the best in the game. So of course he was admiring you from afar. Of course he was wanting to be in your position. Of course he was looking or seeking mentorship from you. That's what he's supposed to do, right? Antonio just made himself look like a clown rather than Juju Smith-Schuster. And in this situation, man, I'm looking again at Dejounte Murray's character. He a little asshole. I'm watching him in another Pro-Am game. I don't know if it was the Drew League or what. He got a regular 9-to-5er guarding him, right? A regular everyday Joe guarding him, and the man bouncing the ball off the dude's head hard as fuck, and then going to the attacking the rim, bouncing it off his head and shit. See, to me, that's not basketball. Bouncing the ball off a dude's head hard as hell. Nah, bro, that's physical shit, and you trying to embarrass that man and humiliate him in a certain fashion. You trying to hoe him, little boy, trying to little boy him, bouncing the ball off his head. I mean, not even bouncing, just grabbing and throwing it on his head and shit. Like, what is that, bro? This is not the And One mixtape tour, right? Stuff like that start fights. Like, I didn't know if he would have did that in the Chicago Pro-Am, or he would have did that to anybody else probably. Somebody would have whooped Dejounte ass. Like, for real, I know dudes younger than Dejounte that would have whooped his ass. He would have did some shit like that. But to me, for him to do that seemed real, like, that's real corny. Like, he bouncing the ball hard like that. If y'all see that clip, I'm going to put the link to him doing that in the description of this video if I can find it. I saw it on Twitter, but I'm going to see if I can find it on YouTube and put the link to Dejounte throwing the ball off the dude's head twice, hard as hell like that. I'm like, bro, why is that called for, bro? You're an NBA player. Why are you trying to do all of this and all of that, bro? That's something to start a fight. Somebody would have slapped the shit out of him because that's super disrespectful to do. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like, just Dejounte talking so crazy and being disrespectful and then begging for double teams. Then you unfollow or you block Paolo in the game. Like, I mean, on social media. Like, that's super soft, bro. Like, for real, man. I don't know, man. Did Paolo sleep with your old girlfriend or something? Why are you acting like this? Because if he did that would explain everything to me. Let me know something. But I'm looking like this. I'm wondering, what's up, fam? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. Like, but again, Dejounte is looking like he's looking like a real little asshole. For real, he's looking like a real little asshole, and it's really coming out, man. Trying to embarrass that other dude in the little Pro-Am game and all that. I saw enough. I said, oh, no, bro. We would have been throwing hands immediately if he would have did some shit like that to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no fighter, no tough guy, but you're not finna be throwing the ball off my head and think you finna just get away with it and you finna try to swag on me. Like, nah, bro. Nah, that's some real, that's some petty, immature asshole type stuff. And that ain't, nah, bro. That ain't nothing I can co-sign on. But I feel like he feels threatened by Paolo's emergence in the throughout the summer league and all that, and his emergence in basketball. And he feel like Paolo is a threat to his young king of Seattle, Washington title. He feels like Paolo's a threat to that. So he trying to put Paolo in his place, and then trying to use them little street antics to try to to up the ante while he's doing it. Oh, he's soft. Why he's soft? Because he wasn't in no gang and he ain't trying to be hard and he ain't trying to be super tough and he ain't trying to be street. How is he soft? Like, I don't know what you talking. Like, what are you talking about, Dejounte? You know? But again, he didn't got out of San Antonio. He in Atlanta. I can see him trying to hang with the young Atlanta rappers. Now he probably trying to be in some street stuff and some street mix. Y'all, like, I don't know why sport athletes try to be in the street so much, try to go hand in hand. That shit do not mix. You got to choose one or the other. Either you got to let the grass. If you you can't hold on to some terrible baggage and then reach for the stars at the same time. You can't hold on to the grass and reach for the stars at the same time. You got to let one or the other go. Yes, I do understand that Dejounte Murray used to have a street little background and all that as a young kid and all that, but you in the NBA now. That don't matter. You got a whole new life to live and lead. Be a hooper. Be an athlete. Leave all that stuff behind. All that, you jealous of young boys shining and all that, leave that go. Own up to, listen, man, it's an insecurity within myself. You got to let that go, fam. All that, man, I'm looking like this is uncalled for. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.